I was just gonna say, you know, like we lost the high ground element of this trio. Edgy naturally results into what he knows best. Play the low ground, take the fight here. This is where he tends to perform. You talk about 1v2 clutches, it's all possible. Edgy's proven just that as well. He's already got 2 tags for 1. Doesn't get traded at all in the process. And look at that. He is healthy as ever, as he was on this original rotate. And now he pulls low ground first pull as well, which is perfect for him. This really is going to be extremely beneficial for him staying alive right now. But there's 27 duos alive right now. 50 players up, which means the surge just completed. And, I mean, it's still going to be a rough pull no matter what, even if Edgy has this zone, because he's rocking off of his own materials now.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, looking at the low ground here, we're seeing a bit of a hill in the zone as well. I think it goes down and then back up for those teams on the high ground. So being low ground here could be the play for Edgy. As we see him do that so often, we see Clicks trying to tarp his way into zone as well, just on that right side of the zone. They're using a launch pad here early on as well, going for that low pad, getting together back in the same box as well, which is so crucial. Using another launch pad just to propel themselves ahead of everyone else, ahead of zone, and maybe get themselves a good position, and maybe pick up a little refresh, because although the materials are looking good right now, these early stages of the end game is where you want to be looking for those refreshes and making sure you can close out the game well.
Yeah, for sure. For Shark and Knight, they're still up as well. 3 elims here, 2, not bad at all. Shark's going to touch down, but back with Clicks we go. As Clicks is in the mix there. On high ground, though, we have a little taste. It's Knifer who's up above. Knifer alongside Kanata. Kanata's going to take front side of the zone. This is so good for Knifer and Kanata, who are just putting the pieces together right now. The puzzle all starting to connect there. I still see Coop alive. I counted him out early. He is still up here making the rotate, though. And look at that, Miner. The zone pulls back to the right. Perfectly played out here. Terrible for Edgy, who we saw before, but beautiful for Felix and Spareboat, who are now on a great layer. But hold up. They have company.
Really
Clixton, they are here.
They're
Good
right
tags,
there.
not enough.
Not quite enough there for them. They are still below, but looking like they're running low on materials as well. They're just trying to find that refresh. It's all they need right now. They've only got a green tactical shotgun. Well, Felix has only got a green tactical shotgun as well. They have got plenty of ammo, though, so they can do a little bit of spraying at other teams, maybe building out of wood just like themselves, and hopping in other people's tarps, as you can see here, to save them those materials and get themselves into the next zone, spending as little mats as possible. You see them there trying to find a little way in, and we see there 2480 with the attack. Great shots from Sparebow, as he does get the finish there, and there's that Creo there going down.
Yeah, Felix and Sparebow win that. Greatly done here. And guys, this is for $1,000. Remember, $1,000 on each Victory Royale here. That is all that matters. For Sparebow and crew, they have the material now to stay alive for just a little bit longer. Some very clutch refreshes coming in right now. Coop still in it, though. Don't count him out. 4 elims now. No material, though, Miner. What is he going to do? He's going to have to take on this 2v1 fight. And Giselle, he finds it, too. Nicely done. There's another one for him as well. And he's still going. That's 6 eliminations now. Up he goes. And he is still in this. Holy crap. I am eating my words right now. Coop, you've already won in my book. This is ridiculous.
This is incredible. He's got himself 6 eliminations in a format that eliminations don't matter. He is absolutely popping off with eliminations right now. He's got plenty of shield as well. It's just those materials that he might need to try and get a little refresh on as well. He might try and find a solo here to try and pick up an easy kill on maybe back of zone, as he's trying to hold that angle. There's a lot of players that are spraying there, and this is a really awkward situation for him. 0 mats, 23 HP. He's looking for a place to heal, and he can't quite find it. Unfortunate for him there, but he made it so far, didn't he?
Yeah, at that point, I was already Team Cube. Like, listen, I done sold out. I'm jumping in, but for Xep and Os, they're going to win that fight too. Low ground, Dubsky, onto Clicks and Day. Out they go. They made it far, but not far enough. And now, top 6 remains here. 1 step closer. 5 duos in between them. Hold up. Edgy finally goes down. Make that 4 into the hands of Commandment as well. Naturally, they will cross past there in the low. 8 eliminations here. Minor for Xep, though. They are killing it.
Yeah, look at that. He's got that gold pump shotgun as well. He's got 3 floppers in his inventory as well. There's the 2v1 on Magnolia as well. What a kill for that. And he does go down, actually. The duo goes down. Is it Felix who takes them both out? And Sparebow. Commandment here on height. Felix just below. This is a 1v1 situation now.
Yeah, definitely. But Felix doesn't have the HP here. He's got to be careful. He's got to pop the minis. Commandment doesn't have builds, though, so this is very much possible, and you can see he's trying his best here, moving between the builds, and Felix at this point will be listening for those sounds, and he should know, hey, this guy doesn't have mats. He goes for the aggressive play. One-on-one, and Felix wins with the disadvantage of the HP. Quick and snappy with the shots there of the tactical shotgun. Clicks on the move right now. He's going to go ahead and change layer onto another enemy tarp they go, and they're just recycling these builds here. Beautiful job there. Well-timed shot, but no. Clix looks for the thirst first, and it punishes him in the process. And now another team's on that layer. They're going to have to give that one up. Playing with house money there. They get far on the bets, and now trying to slow things down. Another pressure shot comes in, and they're into the new zone, but Clix is lit. Day is lit too. Where is his teammate? Where's the backup? They're just desperately hanging on here.
Just in the next box, so they're okay, but very, very good fights from them there. Good shots with only a green pump shotgun as well. Trying to pop that med kit, using the heals early on. Is this Bizzle on height? Bizzle and Coop on height, I believe. Looking down on everyone else, I'm pretty sure they are. Look at that with the beautiful wide-angle shot we're seeing there. Great positioning
really
from them.
Gonna paint the picture for us right now to give us, you know, the wide look, right? Like, Coop and Bizzle have zone, or they have high ground right now, but the zone's pulling so far up, and with the elevation, this is coming off a natural terrain right now, so they are going to have to come on down and meet everyone else in this melting pot that's going to mix up at the front side of the zone. I'm curious of whether or not they're going to be able to be the last ones to touch down.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough for them. Of course, we see the use of launch pads, the recycling of launch pads by many of the players right now. A really good way of getting height, but also getting down from height to make sure that you can get ahead of zone and maybe even crank up again. But of course, this is duos. You're not going to have as many materials as trios, so we're not going to be able to see duos holding that high ground as early on. I think the high ground team are still up there. Coop, one of them must try to look for the recycled launch pad on his own as well.
Oh no, he's going to hit a little build there. Didn't get as far as he'd like, but luckily there's no one on this area here. He's going to try and get a little peek here for information through the build. And now down goes Rise and company. Rokane lighting things up here. Eclipse down 2. Let's see what TNG's player here can do. He's going to pop his minis. He's got some heals to work with. Not bad at all by any means. Clix falls, Day falls. So all these big trades happening now. Big names all of a sudden getting wiped out of the equation. And we are in official top 20 territory here.
Yeah, this is really incredible here. We're seeing the usage of Peppers as well. Maybe trying to go for a little height play. We saw Mero last season going for height on his own. We might see it again in this Duos tournament. Great shot there from Hen, as Peacock doesn't seem to be quite so close to him. He's sort of back at top here, Hen, trying to get those eliminations. And maybe even pick up some refreshes for himself and his Geo partner right now. Booga rotating ahead of zone. Hasn't got too many materials to work with, especially hardmats. Look at that, he's only got 6 of the brick builds to work with. Just taking a moment's breather, popping that medkit. And, sorry, the big pot there.
Nosh is looking up for height, though. He's trying to see if he can get some info, and they can see it's available. It's weak, and he's going to go up for Hen and Peacock. They're just barely into 6 eliminations on Hen on high ground. Bizzle gets put down, though, by the big Squish. Squish finds Coop 2, and Macwood finds Bizzle. So all the big trades for Hen and crew, though. They're fighting on their layer as well. They need the material here, Miner. No one is super pretty unless you are sitting up above the throne right now, which it seems like there's a new team on top. Yes, it is, of course, Booga and Nosh, who are the last to make a move up height. And that's where you want to be right now, because remember, all that matters is this victory royale that's to come here. Hen, trying to see if they can hit the snipe. Not good enough.
Not quite enough connection there. We saw Booga and Nosh going for that high ground nice and early on in this zone. Or rotating early on and then going for the high ground late, which is very, very impressive.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Down there, that was crazy. Jumping off the side of the Eddie Mass there as well, as Peacock tries to get ahead and recycle some of his teammates' builds right now. He's got too much 1 HP, though. We're seeing a Booga in the bottom left of your screen, up on high, applying that pressure down. 0 kills though. He has got plenty of AR to apply that pressure as he needs to do, and it looks as though somebody is trying to contest him here. Is that Jamper going up on height? He is going up on height. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, and look, Booga's HP is super low now, so he's getting punished here. He has officially lost high ground, Nosh and company, and they have to come down. He has no mats. This is it. They have to fully commit right here. They break themselves down, and he hits the floor, and they're both out. And that is it, the quick right. But hold up, Peacock is still going. Mi gente, he is in the building right here. Let's see what Peacock can do. That's one. Huge shot right there. And can he clutch this one up already now? 4 teammates remain, 4 enemies here. He's still going. Oh my gosh,
goes down there as well as Commandment and Scented on low ground. Threats and Jumper up on height. This is what we came for. The victory royale is all that matters. Who's going to be taking home that $1,000?
Oh my
Jumper
gosh.
drops down. Commandment gets a shot, and it is Commandment and Scented on low ground. What an incredible endgame that was. We see low ground winning. That's not what I expected. Another again on height. And what's crucial is they're above the height of those launch pads from Avery and Luther there. So that was so important for them. You see Bizzle flying around with 1 HP as well. Everyone trying to reuse those launch pads, and Booga maybe looking for a play for height here off the back. As you can see to the right side of your screen, Booga might be going up here as Knifer does take that damage from Booga, and Nosh there coming for him right now. Like a pack of dogs, they're making their way up to the high ground, as we saw them make the play last game as well. It looks as though they're going to back off, and Knifer falls down. Kanada nearly about to go down. Of course, no mats for Knifer here as well.
Yeah, and he's got to get to Kanata, but no, Booga's going to end up launch padding to the front side of zone, which means he's going to go in and best off the high ground hold here. And Booga and Nosh once again find themselves fighting for high ground. They hear the launch pads coming out. Rokane tries to challenge him, and it's not going to be enough. Booga will be able to maintain this, and he's got Nosh on the front side of zone now, coming up to reinforce this whole thing. So look, they are completely stable and secure on strong foundation. Booga just beams down Rokane. Easy peasy. He is no longer a threat here in the game. DJen goes up to the sky. Probably going to get swatted down too, as he got no HP to work with. My gosh, I think we're actually seeing it all start to come together finally for Booga and Nosh, who already try to play for high ground. It's really just going to come down to whether or not they get contested up here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, with the launch pads in the game right now, it's very, very easy to get contested at high ground. Maybe last season when there wasn't so much rotation, it was sort of, if you're on high, you kind of keep it. And that is not what we're going to see today. We're going to see a lot of teams maybe swapping over height. So it's Booga's job right now to make sure they keep it and make sure that they're in a healthy position up on height and not over peak, because of course one headshot snipe can result in them losing the high ground and possibly losing the game. Centered, Canada goes down. Centered and Commandment. Centered on your screen. Looking for a few AR shots back into the Storm. For a lot of people are going to be sort of struggling and maybe trying to pick up some eliminations as they're quite weak. Slick there inside the box, nearly getting a nice elimination on the play. We did get the elimination there.
Yeah, that knock.
It was a knock, yeah, it was a knock. Doesn't quite get the full elimination yet. As I believe it's Slick on his own, yeah.
He's going to have to stay alive right now. He's going to play this layer here. Again, very little builds. He gets spotted out. Down all the way he goes. Behind enemy builds, up a layer. It's almost a Scented. He's right behind, but 5 shots in his chug cannon will bring back. No, someone just goes running, barreling through the wall there, and down he goes. It's actually furious. Something a control player would do. On high ground, though, Jack goes up against Edgy. It's a battle for high ground, ladies and gentlemen, as someone needs to control the height. And Jack, Acorn, they managed to do it. They take out Edgy, wiped up, erased out of the competition. All of a sudden, they are in position here. Now, in here to win this actual game. Jack taking the riskiest play, though. Goes down for the material count, and it's going to work out. He actually gets back in time. But is it enough HP? I don't know. It's getting very, very close. We're approaching top 5 here. Acorn's going to be able to pull off a med kit, so anything can still happen.
Yeah, the game 2 winners here not looking in a very good situation either. We got Centered with no builds. He has no kills. He does get a good shot off, but not quite enough. Unfortunately for Centered right there. He can't make it 2 in a row. Jack, though, up on high only. Well, he hasn't got any mats. He just spent his last build to get that ramp up there. He's going to have to drop down. Maybe try and reconnect with Acorn here if he can.
A little too late, though.
Oh, no! Nice to full damage right there, I believe that was. Dark Knight.
Someone's going to be able to get that siphon. Someone's going to be able to get that siphon there, so hopefully it's not one of these players that are still alive right now. For Shark and Knight, though, they're looking to control this entire layer here, figure things out. They can hear a player down below. Acorn's up above, solo dolo. And there's another team in the mix here. We don't really know the status of them, but we know someone tried to contest height, so it's a fight on low ground. Look, 1 goes down, 2 goes down. Acorn finds Eclipse A, so this is crazy. He's still in this. Acorn finds another one.
No way.
He's clutching up.
This is incredible. Shark trying to get in there. Doesn't quite make it in. And who is it? It's Assault Unreal and TKayla. That is incredible. We see the usage there of those chug cannons. What a way to win it.
I seem to love these mid-game fights here. Booga and Nosh, man, I'm telling you. Throwing Nosh into this trio here, all of a sudden, I'm seeing the confidence surge out. Both these players right now looking really good, but you want to secure this loot here. Is it worth fighting out for? Now the low ground team's going to come on up. It wasn't for them, but it is going to be enough to at least get taken out there. And Booga's got a decision to make. Does he want to play into the down body? They know now that is a solo player, but also it's a big name there. That's Tragix and Creo. That's not an easy team by any means. And yes, Nosh, you see him. He leads on in. That is the confidence we talked about. That is the difference in this duo right here. And this is why you got to keep your eyes out on them. They're looking very, very good. And oh my gosh, talk about a loot delivery. Max everything on Creo.
Absolutely. That was next day delivery of max mats for Booga and Nosh right there. And this is exactly what we saw them do in a few of the other games. Getting those early endgame refreshes to get them up on height and make those crazy high plays that we saw them do earlier. So I would expect them to do that again as we see Slick and Alige at the top of the screen going for another launch pad. I'm sure a lot of people will reuse that. We saw Slick and Alige fighting earlier on, so they look to be in a good situation right now ahead of zone, which is going to be so crucial. Rise and Mayor on the left side of your screen in the dead side of zone.
Fight for height. All that fight for height right there. Yamzo and Posick seem to be the ones on top, but look, it's never really safe. Oh, look at that. Skittles gets a little too close to Posick in the Yamzo, and he gets punished with a little shotgun shot there, and it actually chunks him for quite a bit. But Chug Cannon in play. How many shots do they have? Not enough, because they're going to have to pop minis here, so that's a desperate sign there. And a big pot. Okay, yup. This is just showing, hey, they want to save this for endgame. Clearly, if you have those shots, you can tank Storm with it. So, good play by them. Slick now, representing for TNA here by himself below the surge. 5 players have to go down. 2 seconds until it starts to happen here, and it's Nosh and Booga. Oh, no. Slick might just be the result of a new refresher for the crew, but no, good defense there. He punishes Slick.
Yeah, that was really great. He's below on Storm Surge though, so he does need to take these fights. He might drop down a little bit there. He does have enough mats to try and get some good piece control here. He beams M-Pen right there. Still 27 below though. They're trying to out-heal the Storm Surge. No more minis now though, unfortunately. 41 HP now. This is not looking good for Slick, as he does take that Storm Surge damage as well. He does get enough to get above Storm Surge, and the knock gets the elimination there as well on Nosh, who does go down. Booga's left on his own. Slick now with all those mats. We saw Nosh and Booga get that refresh earlier on. Booga is still alive, but Slick, unfortunately, fortunately for him, has got plenty of mats now, which is not something I would have expected from that.
Oh, he's getting it right now. Look at those builds right there. Super clean, even under the pressure, but no, the zone pulls back. Unfortunately, a little bit of a bad read, but now another layer change here. Just great reads. I want to see him stop and pop this Megan, though, please, for the love of God. Yeah. Try to get it off, brother. You have plenty of time there, but no. Onto the other side. Booga now. Trying to figure things out. Lost his teammate, Nosh, obviously. Oh, no. Getting punished on the layer. Lazar in front of him. Goes for the wall. Changes. Again. 16 builds left now. Here comes the heals. Here comes the reset.
He's got himself ahead of zone there, and that refresh is not looking too good now. Clicks, they're getting a great shot off. We see Clicks in day 2 of the best fighters in NA, proving why they are the best. And look at that from Clicks right there. 2v1 situation. N-Pen goes down right there, and Clicks gets a huge refresh from those 2 eliminations, which is going to propel him into the endgame and maybe even get to that victory royale.
Yeah, for sure. They have 8 eliminations already, so this has been a fight that they've been, again, battling for tooth and nail here. Shots come in. That's a white tag onto Booga, and Booga's going to find it. Clip stay. But no, he's got to keep going here. Not even time to switch over. He just has to keep it moving, but no, another shot slips in from behind. So down goes Booga here. Clicks now by himself here. Top 10 situation once again. This is what might be one of the last remaining solos inside this lobby here. As we're trying to see how many other teams are left. There's just 10. Who's got high ground? I saw Stretch there for a moment. No, look, players just getting picked apart right now. Miro still up and alive right now. Clicks versus Miro. Ex-teammates, ex-players, friends of sorts. There's no friends in endgame.
Absolutely not. Kanada and Knifer here on mid-ground, trying to find their way through. Only wood builds. You see this a lot in these endgames. Only wood in their inventory. And Kanada getting some great shots off on there to knock. C9 Avery does, in fact, get the elimination in the end. Mara goes down there as well. Great shots from Kanada. We've seen him do it so often with his purple pump, getting those max damage headshots. And someone else comes in. Who is that? It's Posick coming in, trying to take them on. He does get taken out. Kanada and Knifer, these guys could be proving why they're one of the best.
Oh my gosh, down goes Clicks
again. Clicks goes down. They're taking out another solo. They do have this chug cannon as well. I think he drops it, but he does have a few more uses in it right there. Kanada tries to get in. They have no white heals now. This is all important for them. They do go down, and Aegis and Dejan are still alive. This is incredible.
And this is it. They have the chug cannon as well to play with. Stretch had to go into the box there, and no, it's not going to be enough, though. Dejan and Aegis will walk away with 4 eliminations. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
way to really stay alive somehow and not fall in the feed. They actually managed to touch down and, you know, again, see themselves a little bit further here. It cost them a lot. Cost them a lot of heals, though, so it's not completely... they're not in the clear just yet. Your Stretch and Jamper are still up, but man, they are in shambles now.
You can out-heal the Storm Surge, of course, but Now we're seeing the effects of that. They did out heal it and they managed to get themselves through, but look, they have no spare shield, no spare meds. Threats has got 15 shield, but Jamper hasn't got any at all. So this is a very, very difficult situation for them right now, because they do need the surge, they do need the kills, and they do need the eliminations. They also need the refresh as well. So this is going to be a very important elimination for them to try and pick up.
And there's no way right now Degen and Aegis just pulled half and half out. Like,
Wow.
that's we got to see what. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, production. We need to see what is in their inventory right now. 88 builds above the surge threshold, first moving zone to play off of right now. And they're already digging into the heavy materials to start to lead out. Like, if there's a veteran team that can get high ground this early, it's them, and then win it. I'm assuming the Degen and Aegis, they're gonna win this game. Like, I don't see them losing this game. And look, they're trying to play real smart right now. Conservation on materials here. Moving forward just to get on top of some enemy builds and continue to secure, right? So they're just going to build up just this right here. Textbook. This is textbook high ground holds right here.
Yeah, it really is. You saw Degen there going ahead of zone, making sure to get that commanding high ground position. Now we can see him looking back, getting some tags. There's a solo. That's Hen getting downed there and eliminated by Degen. Great shots there, and this is the danger when you're on height. You see a lot of people launch padding, so you never know who's going to come from where and what sort of firepower they could bring up with them. As we see Fatch here just below them, and Knifer and Kanata both still alive and healthy, so they could maybe make a little push for high ground as well.
Yeah, but surge is going on to the players right below them, and this is a 30-man moving surge. That's a big surge late into the game. That's so detrimental to any team trying to play for height there. So Kanata and Knife are figuring out, hey, we can't go for high ground right now. We're just not in a demanding position to do anything about it. And for Degen and Aegis, all the low ground teams push their way out, effectively giving them free reign of the high ground. High ground rotate here now. On the low ground, though, on the front side, Wrist and Visual still alive. Devour TK and Unreal still alive as well. A team that's already won a game. We have not seen a team win multiple games today. Not just yet. But there's multiple winners now here, Miner, inside this game 5.
Yeah, there really is. One of them being up on high as well. So will we see that high ground play, or will we see a low ground team come out on top as well? We see a lot of the low ground teams in the water here as well. Merit taking some damage from, or taking some fire from Nico and Quad there, as him and Rise just think, let's just disengage, not have that fight. They do need a refresh though. Merit, one of the best fighters in NA, does take a lot of damage. The missed edits is unfortunately what causes him to take that damage, and now they're not looking in such a good situation.
A lot of bad edits there. Definitely going to get you punished, especially against the best of the best. For Snake, though, he punishes Shark, takes the body into the zone. Your minds, he says, picks up all the loot as well. And that's a beautiful refresher for him now. Back through some old builds here for Boyo, and that's a little bit of a lucky pull for them, because they don't have any mats here. Snake's the only one left over. You can tell Snake's not the lead tarper for this team. He's going to have to drop his mats there. Really trying to figure things out. Nuts, though. There's no way you're really chanced that the zone's going to go back here. It's not a shot that you're going to be able to pull this off. Yeah, he figures it out late. But it's okay. The pressure in the moment makes it hard to decide either which way. Looks for low ground here. DK looks like he's ready to go down as well, and Nut cannot find it.
See Boyle and Snake moving their way on in. They don't have too many materials, so this refresh could be crucial. Is that Gabe there? Yeah, it is, going up on top. Trying to pop that medkit as well. He hasn't got too much white HP. Degen and Aegis up on the high ground. Are they still there? Are they still able to keep that commanding position? They do have not too many materials, though. I think they are. They are on height. They're looking good. They have enough medium bullets to spray down, as well as there's a team just below them. So maybe making a little sneaky late play if they do have the materials to do so.
Look at this. Azer's just setting on a solid wall there, just trying to stay as high as possible while Degen went down for the refresher here. He doesn't find much, I mean, but it's something. It's enough to give him a big pot here. Degen's going to pop this, and he's going to commit. Actually, I think they're both going to commit here. They might just have to as a team. The decision they're going to need to make here now, and there it is. Has to be careful, though. That could have resulted in some fall damage there. Luckily, it does not, though. Degens and Azers on a ticking time bomb here. 12 seconds remaining. A little less now. Qua in the mix here. That's a 1v1. No, Chimp ends up winning that one too. So there it is. Big shots, and it's another Chug Cannon play here. And this should be Degen and Azers who will walk away with the victory royale here. All they have to do is clean up house now. And there is still one more lurking player. Who is it? It's XNV on the backside of the wall, who's looking to set himself up for the win here. But wait, he has a Chug Cannon too, and he falls.
Landing on in front of them. They say, okay, we can do that damage, and Mero goes down there to Booga and Lusa. Another well-coordinated double spray from them. Playing like they've almost played forever, you know? They've well-coordinated duo play there.
Yes, sir, and here it is. We're going to go ahead and keep rolling through right now. Knifer, Kanata holding high ground, eye to eye with Zypha and Zork. Again, this is that last game. Kanata and Knifer really have been trying to bring it home. They've been playing for high ground as often as they could. But now with snipers in play, hand cannons, you can see the big fire rifles coming out. They're trying to go toe-to-toe right now. Who is going to pull this next zone right now?
It's going to be so crucial. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Kanada and Co? I think it is. Fantastic zone pull for them, as they can now try and advance their way up and just dominate that high ground position. Of course, we've seen teams take high ground this early, and it might not pay off for them because they do need to pick up those eliminations. And in Season 7, we don't have the Harpoon. So, of course, getting those refreshes while you're up on high is not as easy. So, maybe Height's a little bit less dominant, as well as the launch pads. It's not quite as easy to hold that high ground. We're going to see how they do up on here, though. Whether they can maybe get someone that's launched on them and pick up that refresh, because they will run out of mats eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely is. Gonna come down to this though right here. Kanata in the last game, can they finally make it all come together? Can they put the puzzle together here? Is gonna be the big question right now. They're starting to really branch out here. They have the material to do it. Everything is going in his favor. All he has to do is maintain control and roll through the lobby right now. Bizzle's gonna find Colazo. This is Colazo's best game as well. And no, the guards let down. Knifer gets pounced on, and all of a sudden, it's a fight for height. It's end pen and polarized. Kanata, though, with the true beams right there, ends up literally deleting all the HP end pen had to work with. And now he's still challenging high ground. He knows he's got a clear understanding. Hey, we can take this here. There's no way they can bounce back now.
Yeah, he really does, and that just shows how easy it is to lose the high ground this season with the introduction of launch pads. Look at how high ground is now in the top left of the screen. We're seeing so many teams trying to take that high ground because they know it's so important. They're going to try and get this refresh now on Sparebow. Can they do it? They're dropping in with those epic assault rifles as well, both of them. They just think, you know what, let's just rotate on in. Let's try and use this launch pad and maybe get ahead of zone. They haven't got too many materials now, only 51 builds, which sounds like a lot, but I'm sure they'll be burning through that very, very quickly.
And look, they're still working their way up little by little here. Kanata's keeping close eyes on height. Who is fighting for it? How can he time this entry up for Looter on the other side, though? And Booga, they make it all the way to the end, but knows Len's going to be the one that wins this one over. And now, from Booga's perspective, what can he do here? He is by himself. Chug Cannon, very vital shots coming out here. Only 10 material, 10 builds left. But he finds a nice little rotate around the outer edge, sees players down low. Can take the floor if he wanted, but reveal too much. It's XNB and Chimp still up in this game. Winners already today.
Yeah, Booga, we've seen him do so much today, and especially leading Nosh and now Looter. And hopefully he can do it on his own. He's not looking too good, as the minis do fall down, but
it's a big drop.
He needs to try and get a refresh here, and he does see one. Look at that. Is that going to be enough mats? I don't think it is. And someone does get in his box.
Oh, nice.
Shot. Booga with a fantastic pump shot right there, showing he is one of the best players in NA East on his own right now. Plenty of materials now. That is a refresh that he needed. And that is a refresh that could propel him into the end game right now and maybe pick up that elimination, that victory royale with a couple of eliminations as well.
I mean, it's possible, but he keeps using his Chug Cannon because he has to. I'm not sure there's going to be enough time for it to get enough shots back in. But still, a Siphon, a big pump, anything can still happen here. On high ground, Acorn is hidden in the builds there. Jamper still up somewhere near the top. Kanata at the ultimate high ground. For Booga, though, he's still in another fight, and finally he goes down. But now it's the story of Kanata. What can he do? He's down to his final whites, last heals, and no build. There's water below, though. Will he go for the jump? No, he wants to stand on these builds here. The low ground is just too dangerous here. Too many players up. He's willing to sit inside the storm right now and just stay up for as long as possible. Finds a Siphon back here. It's not enough. It doesn't give him anything but materials. They're still going to be welcomed here. And look at that. Buys him enough time. This pump shot was important, but no, he couldn't hit it. And it's actually Qua who's still up here. And now he gets Booga's shots here. He's up. He's got the Chug Cannon.
He's on his own. He has the Chug Cannon. I think he might have run out of uses, though. He's only got 10 HP. 5 kills, 5 eliminations as well. Does go down right there as well. Unfortunately for him, Qua now on his own. Looking very, very nice.
Still in it.
Still in it. I thought he went down, but we must have switched to another player.
Scented again.
Except Scented on the high. Osp and Except on low ground. They are the only alive duo right now.
Qua goes up. Oh, no.
Way.
Big pump. Big pump wants to Scented right now. That's a punishment shot, and he's gonna have to heal here. That might have just sealed the deal. That might have just written the fate out here. Scented jumps down, and now he's 2v1 up against the boys down low. Qual's trying to come in here. It's a ticking clock, and he does not have enough to survive the storm. And another duo comes out to the top here in the final game for Osp and Xset. GG's